Paperclip man. You start with 3 paper clips. You have 3 paper clips. It's nicest if they're the same color, of course, because then you get a person one color. You start with 3 paper clips. What we're going to do is we're going to straighten the thing most of the way. So we just try and bend it, and we try and be a little bit picky about it. We make it nice and straight, eh? Okay, like that. You do the other 2 as well. Choop, choop, choop. Oh, look at that. I've got them on 3 already. That was just to rush through the thing. Now, it really helps if you've got a strong thumb. We're going to hold all 3 of them like that together, and then we're going to braid them. And you're going to braid them like you braid hair, if you know how to do that. So you have 3 of these things. You'll have to ask your teacher how to braid, really, because what we're going to do is we're going to take the outside one and fold it over the middle one. And then we take the outside one and fold it over the middle one. The outside one, fold it over the middle one. That's the thing of braiding. And then it changes all the time, of course. So the first one is a little bit awkward, because that doesn't really look like anything. Now this one is the middle one, yes? So now this one is going over the middle one. Now, this is the middle one, really, and this is the outside one, if you look like, you know, that one's in the middle. So that one is going over there. Now, this one is the outside one, and it's going over that middle one. And the tighter you do this, the nicer it is. It's my second language, eh? Remember that. Okay, you go over top like that. And now this one has got to go over him. If you just do it a little sloppy, then it looks a little sloppy. If you do it really nice and tight. So I go nice and tight over top and down. And then nice and tight over top and then down. Nice and tight over the top. Down. See, then you get a nice tight little braid. The nicer that is, the nicer his spine sticks together. And then we go, I don't know, like a centimeter or something like that. At a certain point you say, I've got 2 arms and a head. This is going to be his head. And then we put him nice and straight like that. And then this we're going to make into his head. This is going to be his arms. And these things at the bottom is going to be his legs later on. So first let's make his head. We take a pen, slightly bigger pen, whatever you want the size of his head to be. If you wanted a baby, then you take a tiny pen, of course. If you want a nice big head, you take a bigger pen. And then we bend his head just around the pen. So I just hold my thumb there. And then I tie it around like that. You always get that little ugly bit that is like straight. Eh? You see that last little bit is really hard to do that. So what I do with that, I put it against the table. And then I roll it nice and tight so that that's also round. And then I round it all the way off. And then I've got a nice little head. Okay. Sorry, on the bloody camera. Couldn't help that, Miss Vera. Okay, we got a head, got 2 arms. Now we need some hands. You can do hands. Either I take another little pen, something a bit thin, and I just bend it around the pen like that. Or you could take, which I'm going to give your teacher with it, little pliers, and you just hold it there somewhere, you know what I mean? And you do oopla. And then you got a little hand. Do the same on the other side. Oopla. There you got 2 hands. And now we've got the bottom end. The bottom end, we're going to straighten it out a little bit first. Got 3 paper clips. We don't want 3 legs, you got 2 legs. So we're going to get rid of the middle one. This is a little bit fiddly, okay? So we're going to take that 3rd leg and we wrap it around one of the other legs. And then you just do 5 times choop, choop, choop. And it breaks off. And then you're rid of the 3rd leg. And now we've got to straighten out his legs. And make them nice and straight. And that one also nice and straight. And then somewhere at the bottom end we need some feet. So we take a pen I usually make the feet a little bit bigger than the hands. So I take the other side of the pen, the nubby part there, that whatever part that is. Like that. Like that. And then his feet come forward, of course. So you put 2 feet forward. Maybe he's got an elbow here. Maybe he's got another elbow there going up or something like that. He's waving. And then you just have to make him stand up. So you put him down. And usually you fall over the first time, so you just put his feet flat on the floor until you think he stands. And there he stands. And then you can make him do whatever, of course, eh? So you can also make him do a handstand. Then if you do a handstand, I think you usually put your head backwards, and your hand flat like that, the other hand flat like that. You stand something like that, eh? And then maybe his leg comes forward a little bit or whatever kind of thing. Then he does a handstand. Or you can make him stand on one leg if you really, that's quite difficult. Because you really have to balance him. You could probably get it to stand on one hand, 1 foot. Anyway, you get the idea.
Excellent job, Mr. Eppo.
There you go. Cheers.
Ta-da!
Okay.